Alright, everybody, welcome to MMS Live on a Wednesday night. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always, bringing you the coverage of the McCullough Motorsports Money Racing Series. Somewhere on the lines anyway. McCullough Motorsports Money Racing Series. There we go. Now we got it right. Right now, that's then Sean Hill, Aubrey Thompson, Landon Villa, Keith, Sean Corbett, Nathan Harper, your top five. Richard Elliott, James Waring, Jared Hayes, Tim White, Steve Sizemore, your top 10 so far tonight, but at least 20 drivers on deck for what should be a thrilling night of racing. Elite Ray knocked Sizemore out of the top 10. So right now, 23 drivers on deck. I have all lighties. Whoever's doing the race control for tonight will have to be excluded from that equation. So right now, possibly 22 drivers to take the green flag tonight with just 35 seconds remaining. Now Jackson buys Branson on saving that race car for later tonight. Finally loses control of it. Tim White. Right now, White ninth quickest, 54.495 to end qualifying with Sean Hill on the pole. All right, qualifying up next. So Tim White would get us started. 10 minutes to post a qualifying lap. The last chance for anybody still trying to get into the session. Well, right now White will get us rolling right now. Nobody else rolling. Corey Chaney, as a matter of fact, rolling out onto the racetrack, making his debut for the Raging Idiot Racing Network. James Waring rolling out. Well, Tim White on the clock now to get us started. With Tim White across the line. Survey says the first lap, the time to beat. 27.2s across the board and a 54.430 would get us started. Right now, Corey Jenny up next. 27.2 within the ballpark range. You'll need a little bit of a pickup, though. Cross the line. Corey not cutting the apron. We'll see how that affects the lap time. A little bit of a lag and a 4.72 for Corey. James Waring right now on track to take the pole and to sweep the Wednesday night winner of the Donator Series, and at the line, Waring 54-410, top of the board for James Waring. Sean Hill on tap now to take that away. Of course, he was faster than opening practice. Just over 6.5 minutes. Does Hill have what it takes to not wearing off the top spot? Survey says he does. 365. Hill top of the board. I'll be damned. The track falls silent over to Talladega Super Speedway. Well, Steve Sizemore will fill that void. Not just Sizemore, Sean Corbett, Larry McDonald. Well, be Sizemore, McDonald, Sean Corbett up next, and then anybody else that rolls that onto the racetrack. Corbett will get us, or Sizemore gets us started. Cody Nichols rolling that onto the racetrack now. Sizemore on the clock, as is Larry McDonald and Sean Corbett. Sizemore off of turn 4 through trouble. Going to need a little bit of a pickup as well. Right now, lap time pretty much very even. I believe between second through third at the line. Sizemore's lap time at 3:78, second quickest. Well, catch Larry McDonald and Sean Corbett late at the line. Larry McDonald's lap time 3:79 for Sean Corbett, a 3:94 for McDonald. Jackson Byes rolling out onto the racetrack. And Cody Nichols with just over 3.5 minutes left in qualifying. And Nichols is on the clock. Well, I mean, no surprise for Cody if he does take the top spot. Be interesting to see. Another former pole sitter for MMS, always a threat for the pole, and a lot of times the races. Richard Elliott rolling out onto the racetrack now. Jaron Haynes as well, along with Trevor Asbernoth. Well, right now, Nichols fastest to the first half of the racetrack. So he's going to execute a great turn 4. No surprise. Cody Nichols to the tri-oval. Is this enough to not Hill off the top spot at the line? 363, 364, a thousandth of a second. Jackson Byes about to see where he'll shape up in all this down the back straightaway, along with Richard Elliott, Jared Haynes, Trevor Asbernoth about to take his first lap. And Jackson buys. Needs a bit of a pickup. And unlike most tracks, or unlike most circumstances with cars, it's hard to really judge where anybody will be at because the top 8 all even throughout the racetracks. Literally, it comes down to about 100th. At the line, Jackson buys 388, 5th quickest. Richard Elliott. Him and Haynes will come across the line about the same time. 377 for Elliott. Haynes across the line at 381. Good enough for 3rd and 6th. Trevor Azranoff. Across the line, when he gets to it at least. Azranoff across the line, 367, 3rd quickest, and Malik Ray is on the clock. Question is, 40 seconds at the line. Does Malik Ray have enough time to clock in a lap? He will barely. He'll be the last one to take a shot at it. With 15 seconds at the line, Malik Ray, where does he shape up in all this? Top of the board. 54, 360. Malik Ray knocks off Cody Nichols. I'll be damned. Oh. Well, that being said, warm-up's about to start. That being said, we'll take a brief moment. Let the drivers loosen up. Let everybody else loosen up. And we'll be right back here momentarily. An hour. Shoot. Minute remaining in warm-ups. Don't know what the hell. But right now, that being said, warm-ups are done. The main event. 24 cars strong, as a matter of fact. Alright. Damn. Starting grid for tonight. Elite Ray, Cody Nichols first and second. Sean Hill, Alex Hill, ever what you want to call him. We'll be rolling off third along with Trevor Addernoth in fourth. Richard Elliott, Steve Sizemore, Sean Corbett, Jaron Haynes, Jackson Byes, Larry McDonald, James Weird, and Tim White. Get fast 12 for tonight. Corey Channing will be the last of the drivers to post a lap in 13th. The rest of the field is determined by iRace's discretion, and they have Daniel Falkenham starting 14th. Nathan Harper, Freddie Bazinez 15th, 16th. Ethan Eckert, Landon Velicky 17th and 18th. Dylan Jones, John Ward runs out top 20. Aubrey Thompson, Joshua McCullough, Kim McCullough, and Matthew Patton will be the top 24. And the only 24. Well, folks, bear with me tonight. A little bit under the weather still. But still going to bring MMS and all the other leagues like I always do, sick or not. Onboards for tonight. I believe I have some. I do. So Elite Ray will be rolling off from the pole position on further back through the field. Steve Sizemore will be rolling off 6. Even further back, Nathan Harper in the 8 machine rolling off 15th for tonight. Landon Velicky. Oh man, it always seems to be at the races when it matters the most. John Ward. All right. Well, Elite Ray, Cody Nichols brings us down to the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling for 45 laps. Down by straightaway, 3 wide early. Richard Elliott with a run on the bottom lane. Middle lane going back. Well, right now, Elite Ray, Trevor Addernoth working that working that middle lane along with Jared Haynes. As the field comes off turn 4, Larry McDonald on the outside lane. Haynes, Astronaut, and Malik Ray up to cover that third lane. At the line, give it to Malik Ray, leading lap 1. Right now, still 4 wide. 4 wide already on lap 2. Good Lord have mercy. Four wide immediately went back to 3. John Ward tried to figure out what lane he wants to get in. We'll jump back up to that third lane again. Hope Ethan Egger gets the meatball flag lap 1. Unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen. But right now, speaking of Ecker, oh, Thompson gets turned. There they go already. Come on, man. Larry McDonald involved in this. Aubrey Thompson, massive damage. Matthew Patton, nothing left of that 3 machine. Man, I hurt my throat bad. Ken McCullough looks like he got through this unscathed. And already under caution on lap 1, or lap 3, sorry. Let's go back and look at it. John start with Thompson getting turned. Look at it from the Raging Idiot Racing Network blimp camera. Oh, we wind it here way back. Well, Eckert forces them 4 wide. And Thompson comes down across Cody Neagles. Patton. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my. Matthew Patton taking one of the wildest rides in recent memories. Right there, it's going to see it. Thompson comes down and Patton nowhere he could go, nothing he could do. Jesus. Right on board with him. Well, he'll give us a hell of a ride. Damn. What can you do? Hold tight. That's what you can do. First caution of the night, Malik Ray will bring them down on the pit lane. Everybody comes in. And why is this important? It's important for several reasons. One, the more cautions they get, the more they can pit, the better off that they won't need. Got to make a green flag pit stop. In a way, it's what everybody wants, is for there not to be a green flag pit stop, so they can just run it straight and hard to the very end. So you will see a lot of these drivers come in on the 1 to green and top back off. Well, can't imagine he's a happy camper at the moment, but take a risk. Aubrey Thompson, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Where's dog at?
Huh?
I said, sorry if you just caught that. I was running my mouth.
The only thing I heard was tires, but nonetheless.
Okay, okay, okay.
I would have forgiven you because I know the risk pulling you up here after a wreck. But take me through. What do you feel like happened? We saw Eckert take it 4 wide. Were you trying to get away from Eckert? Didn't realize Cody was to you inside. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't even care anymore, to be honest with you.
Well, one fast repair, I would believe, done and gone. Is that going to affect how you run the race tonight, or is it just try to get back to the front and stay there?
With my luck, it don't matter where I'm at. I'm gonna. It's gonna. I don't know, man. I really don't know Garrett anymore. I don't. I've had bad luck the past like 6 months, so I don't know.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you. Hopefully it turns around tonight.
All right, see ya. Thank
Whatever.
you.
Yes, sir. All drivers coming back in. Hill, Nichols, White, Daniel, Nathan Harper, Steve Southmore, Landon Villakey. Several others. Matthew Pan already 1 lap down. Joshua McCullough out of the race already. Have a feeling that's because he is race control for tonight's event. We'll re-rack the field for tonight. For this restart at least. Malik Ray, Trevor Addernoth, Jared Haynes, Freddie Bazinez, Jackson buys the top 5. James or John Ward. Alright, it got all shuffled. Jackson buys John Ward, Sean Corbett, James Waring, Tim White, and Kevin McCullough rounds out the top 10. Alright, the field is back to rolling. Malik Ray brings us down. Down back straightaway, Ray Azarnoff still running outside lane. Here comes Bazinez with John Ward, Sean Corbett, Tim White, Daniel Falkenham to top 5 on the bottom. Ward top 5. At the line, give it to Bazinez. Ward bound back on the bottom. Down back straightaway now. Bazinez up to cover Ray Addernoth. There comes Jackson Byes right back down to the bottom. Eckert staying to the outside lane. Oh, big block by Azarnoff. Oh, that was close. They're not all over the place. I'm about to get turned again. Hell, through boys. Racing like it's lap 45 and it's only lap 8 coming to 9. A lot of drivers already jumped up to that. A lot of drivers already jumped up to that outside lane. Elite Ray right back down to the bottom, wants to lead again. Admiral blocking all over the place, gonna put the 55 in the wall. 77, I mean, sorry. Alex Hill, massive damage to that machine. Meatball flag will be a fast repair coming up. All right, let's look at it. Run the far chase. Aeronautic looks to. I honestly. Rewind it here, look at it in slow-mo. Elite Ray goes to the bottom, which is fine. That's not what we're looking at here. Aeronaut enters, gets a little low, comes up, the 77 jumps up, Aeronaut comes right back up in front of the 77, and around she goes, bam. Ethan Eckert just did sneak by. And everybody is doing a hell of a job sneaking through on the bottom. Right on board with them. Well, there's one on board. We'll go on board now with Trevor Astronaut. That's why I'm not race control anymore. It's still a hard one to call, nonetheless. It will put the field right back on the pit road to top off yet again. From Elite Ray, John Ward, Jackson Bias, Freddie Bazinet, Sean Corbett, the top 5. Off of pit road, Tim White, Sizemore, Haynes, Waring, and Cody Nichols runs out top 10. Damn. All right, now, before we re-rack the top 10 officially, we're going to see if anybody else comes in. Richard Elliott will come in this time along with Thompson. Nathan Harper's in, Vela, Keith Jones, Hill, Buckingham, Aubrey Thompson, Ethan Eckert, Kim McCullough, all just to name a few. What's officially re-racket? Malik Ray, John Ward, first and second. Jackson Byers, Freddie Batlinez, Sean Corbett, the top 5. Tim White, Steve Southmore, Jared Haynes, Cody Niegels, James Waring, your top 10. On down, McDonald will be in 11th. Followed by Chandler, Asbernath, Richard Elliott, Aubrey Thompson, Daniel Buckingham, Nathan Harper, Landon Velicky, Dylan Jones, and Sean Hill. We'll just go with Alex Hill. So Alex Hill, your top 20. Then Eckert, McCullough, Matthew Patton rounds out the field so far tonight. So 23 drivers still in contention with 34 to go. Alright. Elite Ray, John Ward brings us back down to the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling. Great start by Malik Ray. Ward was falling to second, 7-7 for third between Bazinez and Byes. Bazinez all the way up to the third lane. John Ward stuck in the middle. Malik Ray, Byes, Haynes, Cody Nichols, and James Waring, the Donators winner. Right now running in the 8th spot. Malik Ray will bring him off of turn 4 yet again. Right now, Malik Ray led 11 laps so far tonight. Starting from the pole, has not really left since. Trevor Asbernath in the pits, having on lights, he was being penalized for the cause of the caution, and indeed he is. Well, right now the field's scattering down the back straightaway. Haynes and Waring trying to pull that bottom lane back into contention. Bazinez, here comes Corbett. Right up, winning. Bazinez up to cover Ray again. Big shot to the back of the 48. Jared Haynes to the bottom now. A lot of drivers still throwing some blocks. $14 down, 31 to go. Well, we reached a third of the way there. You can tell, some drivers just aren't content running in the back. You can tell that some are trying to get to the back so they can save fuel. Probably stretch this thing out as far as they can go. Here comes Waring. On the middle lane, James Waring going to try to lead for the first time tonight. He's got Jared Haynes along with him. Bazinaz thought he was going to push Jared Haynes. Thought better of it. They're going to go 4 wide again. Good drive. Ward's going to push Waring up. Bazinaz trying to get back in contact with Malik Ray. 4 wide still. Jesus almighty. 5 wide. And they save it for now. 30 to go, and the intensity is picking up, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. We're going to find out. We're right back down to the bottom again. Going to bring Jared Haynes with him. Waring, Haynes, Ward, Gunny, Nichols, Malik Ray, the top 5 on the bottom. Was the top 5. McCullough, get him McCullough. Eckert up into Cody Nichols. Saves it. Waring with contact. Hold on to him. They're still bouncing off each other. What a save. Mitchell McCullough's glad he's at the front right now. Roy Chain now, Jared Haynes. Here comes Haynes and Malik Ray right back on the bottom with Larry McDonald, Tim White. 4 wide again. McCullough now is right back where I don't think he wanted to be. 4 wide yet again. I had never seen these drivers test 4 wide like they have tonight. Right now, John Ward up to the lead. Up 19 spots where he started. Right now, you see the big swoopers of the race. And the biggest drive. Oh, Ward gets turned. Saves it. Somehow. As I was saying before that happened, if John Ward saves it, a hell of a save by Ward. We'll go back and look at it here. It was a hell of a save nonetheless. We're going to hurry up before the caution gets thrown. Just gets turned by Malik Ray. Like I said, a hell of a save nonetheless. But it will cost Ward at a lot of positions right now. Kim McCullough and Matthew Patton up 17 spots respectively, making 18 for McCullough. They're your biggest movers in the race, biggest droppers so far tonight. Malik Ray down 9, Astronaut down 19. Richard Elliott 10. But right now they're the biggest drivers of the race so far as Alex Hill takes over the lead. Cody Nichols in second. Yeah. Alex Hill, James Waring, Kim McCullough, Matthew Patton, Ethan Eckert, your top 5. Makes it a whole lot easier. Right now, your favorite manufacturer, you can see where they're running at it is a Chevrolet, second through 5th. Waring's Ford leading out front. Right now, be 25 to go as the field starts gaining on Trevor Asronoff. Right now, 46 seconds behind the count. Well, right now, this track looking so much like a Gen 6 race. You know, it is the ARCA car driver slicing and dicing. I believe Cody Nichols may have blown it up. He's still got power to it. Alex Hill will maintain the lead over Eckert. 3 wide for third on back. Oh, Eckert down to the bottom. A wild block on Corey. God. Regardless, Ethan Eckert out front. Zavranoff will go 1 lap down. Oh, Warden. Zavranoff come together. They saved it somehow. Well, racing has been off the chain already right from the get-go. They've been 3 wide since lap 1. Occasionally, you'll see the 4 wide. Eckert to the top. Channing now down to the bottom, get pushed by McCullough. Matthew Patton. McCullough looks right back to the outside lane. And Kim McCullough wants to lead back. He'll get it. 23 to go. Keep doing this forever. No, but it sure is entertaining as hell to watch. Caution is out. What'd I tell you? Sean Corbett in trouble against the outside wall, and that car massive damage. Well, shoot. All right. What has happened to Sean Corbett? Looking at it from high above, chopper cam. Oh, the 11 gets turned by Patton. And a wicked shot into the outside wall for Sean Corbett. Take another look at it. White's going to get into the back of Patton. It's just going to make that meatball effect. The 3 and the 11 gets off center, and from there it's on. Sean Corbett, I don't think he had any idea what was coming. Right on board with him. Big time shot, and then from there, wheels broke, won't do nothing. So for Sean Corbett, the night more likely done. Just depends on how fast it gets out there and how many more cautions we do have. All right, well, third caution of the night. Right now, James wearing your leader, Tim White, Kim McCullough, Ethan Eckert, Jared Haynes, your top 5. Malik Ray, Steve Sidemore, Freddie Bazinez, Jackson Byes, Alex Hill with the top 10. right now as it stands. Be 20 laps to go. When they come around next time by, it'll be 19 when they take the green flag left. And folks, it has been wide open from the get-go. All right. To re-rack the field. James Ware and Tim White, first and second. McCullough, Eckert, Haynes will be your top 5. Malik Ray, Freddie Badness, Steve Sizemore, Jackson Byers, Alex Hill. The top 10. On down. Daniel Fulkingham, Richard Elliott, 11th and 12th. From there, it'll be Harper, Jones, Ward, Janney, Velicky, Aubrey Thompson, Larry McDonald, and Matthew Patton, your top 20. All right. 20 laps to go. 19 at the line. This is going to be something. Well, they haven't slowed down since lap 1. I see no reason why to slow down now. Sean Corbett back out onto the racetrack, 1 lap down. Everybody else with a shot to win it. All right. Wearing in white brings us down to the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling. Wearing with a big start. Ethan Eckert will be right behind him. A huge start for both drivers. Side by side for third on back. Only about 8, 9, 10 rows deep. Right now, Warren will lead them. Of course, if you're James Warren, you're trying to go 2 in a row and sweep the Wednesday night races. Down the back straight away. Eckert, Malik Ray, White, Baznet. Oh! They're wrecking big. Tim White. Around. No caution, but massive damage to Tim White. Let's see what happened. Still no wreck. White will tow it back to the pits. Getting pushed, getting pushed. Gets tapped by McCullough and hard into the inside wall. Meanwhile, back at the front, Malik Ray right back to the lead. But Malik Ray has led 12 laps so far tonight. Most of any driver about gets turned by Bazinez, forced to go down to the bottom to cover Eckert. Eckert, no fear, going to the middle, going to make a hole. 4 wide almost again. Oh, Eckert gets turned off Daniel Fulkingham. Trying to save it. He does save it. What a save. Eckert will hold on to it. At the front, here comes Alex Hill, right back to the bottom. Passing this, Jackson buys Cody Nichols. Oh, there goes Elliott into Kim McCullough. There's the caution. Richard Elliott, massive damage. Oh, save Ethan Eckert. Save his butt more like it. All right. 17 to go. A fast repair coming up for McCullough, more than likely, along with Richard Elliott. Well, you almost know for Richard Elliott is definitely a fast repair coming up. Let's see what happens. Well, and the action has been crazy all night. Just contact, really. Saw it pans out to us, just contact. Sure, we'll look at it here. Might not get the best of angles with it. Oh, we will actually. But our 3 wide, everybody's pushing, everybody's shoving. Elliott goes up, wants to get back underneath the 24. I don't think he realized Malik Ray would be there. McCullough, just an instant bystander and all that. Let's ride on board with Richard Elliott here. You can hear him out the gas, out the gas, out the gas. Ba-bing, ba-bing, ba-bing. Next on board, Kenan McCullough. That beautiful Coca-Cola machine. We need more work done to it. I just don't think he realized Malik Ray would be there as fast and as close as he was. All right, let's go on board with Malik Ray and watch the closing distance here. Malik's got to run, He never loses the run. Elliott goes up, keeps his foot in it, and that's just all it takes. So Malik Ray will bring it down to the pits along with McCullough, Richard Elliott, Daniel Fulkingham, and Ethan Eckert. Well, Sean Corbett will get the free pass. Tim White done for the race. He'll be the first retiree of the night. You ain't getting away with John Ward. John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Now, what the hell's so funny?
He was Corbett was hollering at his horse right before you pulled me up. Oh boy!
I don't even want to know.
He was trying to stick his head through the window of that horse. He's got some trip. Man, I'm up here on the front row here.
Well, I can see that it's been really. Everybody just smashed the loud pedal and never looked back. Intensity off the chart. Do you feel like you got the intensity to try to get the job done tonight with 15 to go?
Yeah, we got the intensity for sure. These cars, if you lock up, you spin them out every time, and everybody knows that, and they're still trying to push hard, and it's scary. I'm trying to get them off of me, and everybody's wide open here, pedal down, like you said, and it's fun and it's interesting. There ain't but like maybe 15 to go here, so we're good on fuel, and I'm going to try to stay up here in the front.
So the day you retire, I'll take you as a pit reporter. How's that sound?
There you go.
Well, a long time before that happens. John Ward, best of luck to you. Hopefully we get to talk to you still at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Damn. So Alex Hill, John Ward, first and second. Freddie Bazinez, Jackson Byers, Cody Nichols, your top 5. McDonald, Veliky, Harper, Dylan Jones, and Steve Sizemore, your top 10. Alright. Folks, don't touch that dial. 14 to go, be 13 when they take the green flag. If this race has been anything like it has been, the intensity will be up, the race will be hard, it'll be unforgiving, and it's going to be exciting. That's the best way I can describe it. All right. Alex Hill, John Ward, and a hungry, snarling field behind them into the United Rentals restart zone. 13 to go from Talladega. Hill with a great start. Gonna jump right back up in Ward. In front of Ward, Jackson buys up to second. Bazinez a little bit of blinking, but no harm, no foul yet. Might be now. Baz will try to take it 3 wide on Ward. Down the back straightaway. Well, here comes Freddie Bazinez to the bottom with Cody Nichols. Nichols, Veliky. Bazinez stuck in the middle of contact with him and Dylan Jones. Going to fall right back into Avernoff. They're about to wreck big in the back. They save it. Somehow. Praise the Lord. Might have spoke too soon. Nichols, Veliky, Sean Hill, Jackson by Nathan Harper, your top 5. Far from over. But for Cody Nichols, it's going to mean the longest 12 laps of his life. Down the back straightaway again. Man, they're still slicing it up. Ethan Eckert getting ping pong all over the place back there. Going to be 11 to go. Oh, Malik Ray almost gets turned by Eckert. Blends back up. And there they go. Hard into the wall goes John Ward. Hard into the wall goes Corbin. Avernoff involved in this. For John Ward and Freddie Bazinez, meatball damage for them. And bad fast Ward. Hard into the wall. James wearing the donators. The MMS Donator Series winner. Meatball damage to that 13 machine. Aubrey Thompson damaged. I'm sure there's about 15 more that we missed. Steve Sizemore. Massive damage. Front bumper completely gone on that machine. Well. Good grief. Alright, let's back it up to look what happened again. Well, going aboard the far chase. And no Ward. Somebody gets turned. So right there, Malik Ray comes back up. Blends back up. Him and Ecker make contact from there. Bias gets turned by Harper. Richard Elliott up in the air across John Ward. Holy cow in heaven. Well, we'll ride it in slow motion because who gets turned by Jackson? Alright, rewind it slow motion here off of 4. Well, there's the shot from elite rated Ethan Eckert. That right there, I feel like is going to kind of cause this whole chain reaction. Bias looks to the outside. It's hard to say if the hold on. Where's 77 up here? Hard to say if he yanks the wheel trying to go with Jackson with Bias. Bias, I'm pretty sure sees or at least thinks Malik Ray and Eckert's going to make contact. He'll go up to the top. The 77 tries to go up there with him. A tad too late, and from there it is on. Another 5 feet, and John Ward misses it. But Corbett, Sizemore, all in the grass. Dylan Jones, whoo. A hell of a save. McCullough sneaks through there. But buys massive shot into the wall. Jesus. Several onboards to go through. First up, John Ward. Freddie Bazinez. So he gets involved in this if we can. Alright, well, Bazinez, a little bit blinking in and out too much. James Waring. Oh! Jesus. I see how Waring got his damage. Probably completely killed the radiator. Kevin McCullough's on board. Don't think McCullough gets any damage. If it does, it's very minimal. Seems a wrecking. Ooh. Sean Corbett. Right on board the roll bar with him. He'll just take a quick trip through the grass. Load the front lawn for the track. Along with several other ones. Well, good thing for a lot of drivers, they still have their fast repairs left. Bad news is, with that fast repair gone, any other damage they get for the remainder of the next 8 laps, they're stuck with. To re-rack it, Cody Nichols, Landon Velicky, first and second, Ethan Eckert, Malik Ray, Daniel Falkenham, the top 5. Then is Jones, Corbett, Azernoth, Haynes, and Kim McCullough, your top 10. This is going to be juicy. This is going to be fun. And if all of them make it back, I'll be surprised. Black flag to Alex Hill. I have on lighties. He is going to be deemed the cause of the caution. It should be a drive-through penalty. Coming to the 77. So with that being said, the field comes off of turn 4. Alright. Nichols and Velicky brings us Brings them down to the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling. Well, big block. Velicky put Malik Ray into the wall. Well, holy hell. You don't see that very often. No, you do not. We keep it green, though, with 8 to go. Ethan Eckert to the lead. Falkenham right behind him, along with Neagles. Landon Velicky. Here comes Corbin and Larry McDonald on the bottom. Well, they're coming off from all air, back to wreck again. There goes Eckert around. Caution is out. Jesus almighty. I'll be damned. But Ethan Eckert has driven a very aggressive race tonight, and it will appear it will come undone in the late stages. Let's go back and look at it. Well, so Daniel's going to give him an off shot there. He's going to try to come back up and block it. Malik Ray. But then there's more contact. How in the world they don't wreck there? I have no idea. But the end result will slow motion here. Well, there's the shot from Daniel that will get Eckert down. Malik Ray coming with a big run. Eckert going to try to get up in front. Going to try to block it. At the same time, Daniel coming down. Everybody makes contact. Malik Ray gathers it up. Eckert trying to keep it gathered. And finally, something has to give. It'll be Ethan Eckert paying the price. Well, there Malik Ray slamming Daniel Falkenham all over the place. Cody Neagles holds on to it. I think Malik Ray at that point is just trying to hold on to the car. Not spin it out, not take a third of the field with him, if not the whole field. Well, it has been a night that we won't forget for a long time, mainly with the intensity being up like it is. Well, I don't think nobody's going to come in right now. No, they're not. I don't blame them. Well, most of the time we can sit here and say the front of the field or the back of the field is the safest. I don't think anybody's been safe tonight. Well, in a way, of course, I know I got a few guys who've ran the Gen 6s before that's sitting in my chat or even watching a race. They can correct me if I'm wrong, but this has looked very similar to how a Gen 6 race would go. Drivers being able to make all these big moves and everything that comes with it. The common, however, if you want to sit here and say the pros and cons, the pros is It's been a very intense race. Everybody's not gridlocked. They can do everything they need to do to get to the front. However, one of the big cons is, so looking in my chat right now, the big no-no with these cars is locking bumpers, specifically in the corners. We've seen a lot of that tonight, but other than that, it's been very similar to how the Gen 6s are ran. It's produced a thriller tonight, even if it has been 6 cautions. And guess what? We still got 3 overtimes waiting in the wings, if it comes down to that. With that being said, Daniel Falkenham, Jackson buys your top 2. Niegels and Azronov, 3rd and 4th. Dylan Jones, Jared Hayes, 56th. Landon Veliky, Kim McCullough, 7th and 8th. John Ward, Aubrey Thompson, your top 10. Alright. Pace cars in. They take the green flag. 4 laps to go. This is going to be fun. Daniel and Byes, Brent's down. We're rolling again. Walking here right up to the top lane. The field's kind of going to stack up right behind them, getting themselves separated. Down the back straightaway again. 3 wide already. Cody Eagles up in front of Thompson. However, majority on the outside lane. Let's walk in, we'll lead them into turn 3. Well, one car in the pits serve a black flag, and I believe that'll be Ethan Eckert. It is. Let's walk in, we'll lead them at the line. 3 to go. There you see taking pro drivers. Aubrey Thompson, John Ward, James Ware, McCullough sees it, got Corbett with him. McCullough down to the bottom, Avernoff to Haynes, wanted to get down there. Could not. Avernoff gets almost turned, into Niegels hard. Daniel's like, that's right, just wait to the last lap and do it all behind me. Here comes McCullough with a big run. Dylan Jones loose all over the place. 2 laps to go. And 3 wide for about 3 rows deep. Gonna hang on to it. Down to the bottom. Here comes Jackson Byes. Gonna land right in front of Thompson. Steve Sidemore waiting in the wings back there. 3rd car in line. 3rd car along the middle lane is going to split Thompson 4 wide. Sidemore with a big move. That navy green Navy green. Military green, number 7. On the move. Will be right behind the 11 of Corey Janley now. Then we'll see the white flag. This race is in its final laps. They're bouncing off each other in the back. But Daniel Fuckingham leads them at the line. Fuckingham, Harper, Jackson Byers, Cody Neagles side by side for 5th. It's a toss-up. Oh, Neagles hard into the wall. Malik Ray hard into the wall. They'll be scattering back. Daniel Fuckingham hauled off the field. There are still several contenders. Here comes Ward to the bottom. Well, Ward's going to Corey and Veliky. However, Corey's going to split them. Nathan Harper to the bottom of the track. Byes trying to shoot the middle. Byes and Harper getting together at the line. Welcome back to victory lane. Daniel Fuckingham wins. Veliky second, changing your top 3. Haynes and Ward rounds out the top 5. Unsure if it's going to be under review or not. Go ahead and send that message to race control. Now it takes in the wrong race control. Well, regardless, right now, Daniel's the winner. Well, I believe he only led. No, he led 7 laps. Led in the one that was most important. I believe was the only one who did not get involved in a wreck the whole night. Somebody go back and quote me on that one. All right, now top 3 under review at the moment. Or really top 5. Or the finish itself. Well, we're going to wait a moment, but look back at the finish. Well, right here, Byes will try to shoot the gap. Him and Harper will come together. And that's all she wrote. Well, that does not happen. I believe Daniel will still get Nathan Harper. It'll be barely. But, of course, it's the last lap. Byes saw a door open, I feel like. And that's what happened. Well, right now, let's get Daniel Falkenham in here. Daniel Falkenham, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast. Big, got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, hell, I'll give you props. I believe you're the only car that was not involved in some kind of wreck tonight or incident. Hell of a job. Take me through the race, but it was a long night for a lot of drivers.
Yeah, long night. Definitely had some good racing out there. Hey, we couldn't get a green flag stop in, but that's how it goes sometimes. But I knew, like, once we had the fuel to go all the way to the end, it was going to get crazy because we had a 100% fuel tank, which means we could go, like, over 30 laps on fuel. So, like, once we had those early yellows, we knew it was going to be, like, flat out just aggression from there. So, glad we were able to get through the mess and finish up front where we usually strive to be at the end of these races. And like you said, we were probably one of the few that left without a scratch tonight. So actually, we had a few marks up on the left side there from one of the last few wrecks. But other than that, we kept the wheel straight as we could, and we brought her out on top.
Well, buddy, I will ask you this, being that you're probably the only, well, you're not the only one who knows it, but you can give us the best representation of it. I've asked this question a few times to several other drivers. It's always mixed reaction, but these cars, of course, we know the older brother of these cars with the Gen 6. It just seems like to me there's a lot of similarities plate racing with these cars, especially what we saw tonight. The only big issue is pushing in the corners, but is it a safe assumption to say that we get results like this tonight because these cars, to me at least, seem so similar to the Gen 6's pack racing wise?
Yeah, it's very close because, like, with the Gen 6 and the ARCA car, like, they draft the same because the right rear side draft is very, very sensitive. I'd say it's a little more sensitive in this compared to the Gen 6, but they're really, really even. So it does race similar that way, but it's different to where it's very easy in this car to bump hook someone. Like you saw what I did that to Ethan about halfway through the race when I was pushing him on the bottom. I accidentally, like, hooked in there, which you really can't do in the Gen 6 unless you're really on their left rear, right rear. So that's really the only thing I'd say is different, just because just how sensitive it is to hooking someone when you're pushing. Even if you maybe line up square with them, but it still has a risk of turning them, because I don't know why that's a thing, but it is what it is. But yeah, but it definitely, when you have similar racing like this, especially like with the Gen 6 as well, you're gonna have a lot of wrecks, have a lot of yellows, because like it just asks for calamity and it asks for chaos, because the draft is insane, the side draft's insane, all that stuff I mentioned. It's a recipe for disaster. But like, if we're not wrecking and we actually have a lot of green flag racing, like, these do put on a really good show. So like I said, it's unfortunate we're gonna get some more green flag racing tonight, but at the end, when it mattered, we were there up front.
Well, buddy, last question I have for you tonight. You'll be the first one to start off a Chevy top 3 tonight. Is there anybody I want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, just thank you for broadcasting. Shout out to everyone racing tonight. It was a good field. Had a lot of fun out there. Shout out to all the guys I was working with: Landon, Cody, Nathan, Alex, Ethan. There's so many guys. Dylan Jones as well. Glad to have those guys working together there. Got us all up front there. Glad Landon could get a P2 right there. It's been a while since he's been racing, so glad we could get a 1-2 just like old times. And yeah, shout out to everyone for watching as well. And thanks to Kenny for putting this stuff on.
All right, buddy. Appreciate your time tonight. Daniel Fogenham will return to Victory Lane in MMS. Hell of a night, buddy. Appreciate your time.
All right, thank you, Jim.
Yes, sir. That being said, Landon Velicky, long time no see. How the hell you been?
Pretty good. Away from this. Yeah, I had to take a little break, you know, kind of how it can be sometimes, but yeah, I guess it's pretty good to come back and finish second. Having a win would have been nice, but honestly, after what I did to Malik on that restart, I didn't deserve that. If I could speak freely, I feel like shit for doing that. I did not want to wall him or do anything like that, but I mean, I knew he was going to try and go for my right rear. He knew the situation in front of him, and I just mistimed it, and I'm just rusty. You know, I haven't done this in a month and a half, but yeah, it's I mean, it's a result, and it's good.
Well, buddy, like you see, you took a time off. Were you expecting a second place run and really setting up for that restart? Was there anything you felt like you could have done different as they took the white flag, or were you just pretty much a victim of circumstances as it was?
I mean, for me to cash in this race, I needed to be the victim of circumstance to everybody else, because I've restarted 7th on the bottom. You know, this car, the side draft, you can't really do much with that unless you magically find a way up, and I got hosed all the way to the back and then back to the front. And then I don't know what happened in one over there on the last lap. No idea what that was about. I guess I think Malik was trying to make a move on Alex and just mistimed it a little bit, and it caused that big wreck. And then when that happened, I was like, okay, well, now I see that I'm in a cash spot at least, so let's try and go for the win. And then something happened with Nathan and Jackson there coming to the line, and it was just I don't know. I have no idea what just happened. But I mean, I knew that I needed that chaos to really get anything out of it to begin with. I was trying to help Malik there on that last run too, just because I was trying to express to him that I didn't want to do that, and I was going to help him back up there at least, and then yeah, just chaos. So yeah, it was a fun race though. I like this car. You know this. I like these kind of. If this was in a car, if this was Xfinity or truck or something, you ain't seen me tonight. But yeah,
If it was him Atlanta, we definitely wouldn't have seen you tonight.
Yeah, that would have been a win.
Well,
Maybe. I don't know. Still a little rusty. I've definitely felt that in this one.
Well, buddy, last question I got before I let you head out tonight. Is there anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, appreciate you for the broadcast. Glad to see you're still doing this. Thanks to Kenny for putting up the race, and yeah, I mean, actually, yeah, I do have one. My dad, I know he always liked watching me race and everything, and still, I sent him this tonight. He said something like, "Oh wow, okay, I didn't think you were doing this anymore." I'm like, well, didn't really have much else to do, so
Yeah, it's
at least there's a yeah, I think that's the truth. It definitely can be, but yeah, I'm of course I appreciate him and my mom always tuning in and watching. That's always fun to talk about the races afterward, all the good and the bad of them. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it.
All right, buddy. In his return tonight to money racing at MMS Talladega, walks out of here second at Talladega. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Yeah, sir. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, in his debut on the Raging Idiot Racing Network, Corey Chan and Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I'll be damned. In your debut tonight on the Raging Idiot Racing Network, walk out of here tonight with a P3 finish. Take me through the night. It did not come easy.
Just trying to maintain, hold a steady pace, try to play it smart so I don't get involved in any wrecks, and trying to get a feel for everything. And here I am, third race back in, and took a third place finish tonight.
Well, third time's the charm, I would say. At least cashing out.
That's it. That's right.
I got to ask you though. Of course, just an opinion or whatnot, but really, do you have a theory into possibly why we saw a lot of carnage? I like to use the word freedom with cars, especially these in a Gen 6. You get a lot more freedom to be able to make runs and do runs versus what you get at Xfinity or trucks where it's just gridlock and everybody's trying a whole different way than trying to make moves. The wild blocks there, we saw quite a few wild blocks tonight, among other things. Do you feel like it's just comes with this car and his nature with this car mainly because of you aren't confined to be stuck wherever you're at mid-pack?
It absolutely is. You can be in the back and you can be in the front within just a matter of a half a lap. It's all about how you handle that car and where you put it at, because it'll get you there as long as you hold on to it.
With that question, I'll follow up this one. Does a driver's mindset a lot of times, does it change depending on the car that's being ran? Whether it's this car money racing on Talladega or Daytona, or just hopping into an official race and running the trucks at Kansas or something like that. Does every car change the mindset for a lot of drivers?
It absolutely does, because that Xfinity car will move you in a lot of different directions than the trucks will. My last two races, which are, this is my third one, so my other two were in the trucks, and you got to maintain your pace and try to stay up front or you're going to get left. Where with these cars, you can be in the back, like I said, and the next thing you know, you could be right up front. When we went back for that green flag off that start, I ended up somehow in third at the start-finish line. And I started in the back, so that's a good example right there.
That and John Ward coming from the back to the front.
That's
as
it.
well. But, buddy, first off, pleasure to meet you. Pleasure doing an interview with you tonight. My last question to end to end the interview every time. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Thank all the sponsors. Thank you for broadcasting. Thanks, McCullough Motorsports for putting on the race, and a big thanks to Aubrey
Thompson.
Aubrey Thompson. You know, he helped me get my setup dialed in today. Tweaked on it for about an hour to get all my screens set up. Got my wheelbase set up, and here I am in a third place finish after his help. So that's much appreciated.
You let that joker tell you what to do.
Hey, we worked it out, and I'm on the podium. So, you know, a lot of praise goes to him and everybody else, you know, in the group for allowing me to run and welcoming me in and allowing me to be a part of this this money race. I appreciate everybody.
All right, buddy. And his debut on the Raging Idiot Racing Network, Corey Cheney will come in tonight, finished in third. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
That being said, had planned on getting my buddy Hunter Rozelle up here in the booth, but to be honest with you, I don't feel the best in the world at all. Try to get in here, get in, get out. With that being said, damn. Daniel Funkingham and Landon Veliky first and second tonight. Corey Cheney ran out the field in third. Jared Haynes, John Ward, don't know where neither one of them came from the last restart, but they'll wind up walking out of here with a top five. Nathan Harper, Trevor Azarnoth, Dylan Jones, Malik Ray, Aubrey Thompson, your top 10. James Ware, Kim McCullough, Freddie Bazinez, Alex Hill, Larry McDonald, Jackson Byes, Sean Court, Matthew Patton rounds out the top 18. On further down the list, there ain't many left. Cuddy Neagle, Steve Sizemore, Ethan Eckert, Richard Elliott, and Tim White rounds out the 23 drivers who started the race. Joshua McCullough, I believe it was race control. Don't know quite how it works there. But nonetheless, congratulations are in order to Daniel Funkingham winning MMS on a Wednesday night, as well as James Ware winning the MMS Donator Series. However, it will not be the Wednesday sweep for James Ware. And until then, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Tomorrow night, as far as I'm concerned, sick or not, HGR on deck, followed by Friday night, Midnight Racing League, Contender Series. I'll say this for anybody on the inspired side of things looking for the broadcast there. There will not be a broadcast, at least not on the Raging Idiot Racing Network is concerned. Saturday night, happy early birthday to me as always. The business will pick right back up on Sunday with MMS to close the show yet again. And until then, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Take it easy. Have a great night. And I'll see everybody tomorrow night for High Gear Racing. Until then, just take it easy.